Hello people, and welcome. It's been a really long time since I last made a video, and I thought it time for an update. You may have noticed that they now look considerably different since my last video, and the reason for my absence was, stuff catching up in real life and railway and everything having to take a back seat to everything. I'm sure you know how it is. But as for the railway, I ripped apart the last layout as you saw it last because I wasn't happy with it at all. I just couldn't put my finger on what was wrong with it other than something was wrong. So I ripped it apart and started again. And what you're seeing now is, it's not the finished article, but getting close to it. I don't have a name for it yet either. And I'm just working things out as I go. But I thought I'd do a video and give you an update on what I'm doing. Those houses up there, they're going to be going soon because a few things are going to be changed slightly. So let's go through it and show you what I've done. And as you can see, I'm starting over on this side with the hill at the back and waterfalls and whatnot. They're going to be updated later on as soon as I pick up some more realistic water from Woodland Scenics. And that's how I make it anyway. So we got the tunnel going through the hill over this side, and the main structure is basically it's insulation foam that I got from B&Q for, I think it was about £7 or £8. I can't quite remember. If I find a price, I'll do another video update soon and let you know. Carved it shape as you do, and put a bit of plaster over it. Bob's your uncle and the scenery. All the trees are Woodland Scenics Forest Canopy, which are basically shortened down and whatnot. It makes it a little bit more believable for me. And yeah, it's all Woodland Scenics. I'm sure you can figure out what it is that I've used for some of it. And moving to the on a bit, I've gone for some surface mounted point motors from Rails of Sheffield. And what I'm intending over here is like a sort of river flowing through woodland or something, a very short one, like a stream or a brook or something. Don't really finishes over here, but making something to make it like it's going underground or something. I'll figure that out at some point. And goods platform here. And doing my own thing, set in Germany and whatnot. So some of the buildings are just like temporary placeholders until I can get the right ones. Well, I might just keep the ones I've got, I'm not sure yet. I don't have a name for it yet. And I think that's one of the hardest parts, isn't it? Choosing a name. Move it up a little bit. More hillage. And yes, that is Bachman's slate wall for navigation stuff. And I think it looks rather effective as I've done it there. So, I'll let you guys decide that. Moving on to over to this side. Engine shed area. Now I'm having to sort of rebuild that because I made a slight screw up. So I found a technique, a way to clean point blades, but it comes at a price in a way, because what I tend to use behind the point blades is this airbrush cleaner, and I spray that in between, behind the blades and the stock rails, and I go to town on it with some cotton buds from Samia. These ones specifically. Probably not going to focus or anything. I don't know. So basically I stick that into the point blade, between the blade and the stock rail, give it a good swab, tends to do the job. But with the foam that I've used for the main base, which is basically the same stuff that I've using there to make that hill, I've noticed that spray tends to eat at the foam, and I found that it's good for getting rid of the bath when you make a mistake or something. But problem is, it eats away at the foam. So it's a bit of a good thing and a bad thing, really. You know, the old pros and cons, that sort of thing. So what I'm doing is basically I'm scraping that out. I'm going to figure out a way to get it back up to, well, level with the rail height, and put another engine shed in there. But this one will be replaced by a German thing. So as I said, it's going to be set in Germany. Slow that down a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit. And yeah, because I wanted to be in Germany, basically. As I'm sure you can see. Yeah, it's all good, it's all nice. And the locomotive running around is a Deutsche Bahn BR218. I picked that up about a week ago now. For the sake, well, actually, hang on, let me work it out. Yeah, just a few days ago. For £50 second hand from Rails of Sheffield. And the carriages, also 6-wheel German carriages. I don't really know what type they are. If somebody knows, well, let me know. They originally 60 quid, 60 UK pounds. I did knock down to 50, so all in all, for both the locomotive and these 4 carriages, I paid £100 in total. I managed to strike a deal with Rails of Sheffield for getting these. They'll knock a few quid off the second-hand items. So try to haggle if you're going for second-hand stuff, because you can do it. I certainly do. For this section here, I'm planning on another platform. I want it sort of like a bi-directional, but a passing loop or something. Or one side for passengers, one side for goods. I don't really know how it works in Germany. So I'm making it up as I go along with what I like. And, a bit more juice in the thing. And that's pretty much it, really. Grassy hills and whatnot. More woodland scenic trees. And that pretty much covers it for this update. So let's get a couple of shots of the train and passing, and we'll call it a day, I think.